Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back to your weekly all signs horoscope. My name is Gobind and this is your channel for grace. I'm really excited to be back here, and now today we are filming it's still in my living room, but with these beautiful trees in the background. So excited about that. And what we're going to do is we're going to pull a tarot card reading for the collective, including an animal spirit guide for the week. I'm going to talk about the major astrological aspect that is happening this week, and I will also be pulling one card for each of the signs. So stay tuned for that. If you are new to the channel, please subscribe. Thank you for being here. Give this video a thumbs up and leave a comment below and let me know how this reading resonated with you. So we are going to clear the cards for a moment. Thank you, spirit guides, angels, teachers, for being here with us and clearing the energy of these cards that we're going to be using, as well as my energy, so I can be that open and clear channel for the messages to flow through to the collective and to all of the zodiac signs. Okay, so I'm going to shuffle cards, and the way that this reading works is I always pull 5 cards, and these 5 cards are the intuition card, the challenge card, the overall theme, the wisdom from the ancestors, and the animal spirit. So 3 of Cups as the intuition card. I'm going to pull them all first, and then we can talk about them. Ooh, 4 of Wands as the challenge. And this week we do have that, whatever the astrological aspect that I am going to talk about is the Mars square Pluto and a little bit of the Uranus retrograde, because I think it needs to be talked about. The universe. Ooh, that's the overall theme. Isn't that the overall theme though? And wisdom from the ancestors card. What do the ancestors want to tell us? The Chariot. Love it. Love it. All right, animal spirit. What is the animal spirit guide for the week for us? If you're enjoying this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. The camel is what we got. And then I'm going to use my threads of fate to pull a card for each of the zodiac signs. But for now, we're going to just put that aside. We're going to do this collective reading first. So before I go any further, if you guys are interested in working with me personally, you can book a reading on my website, channelforgrace.guru. You can learn astrology with me. I have an Aquarian Astrology online course. I also just released my podcast. 2 episodes are out and the 3rd one is coming soon. Basically, I figured that I could release an episode every 2 weeks, and I didn't realize when I was actually getting ready to release the episodes that I aligned myself with the new and the full moons. So now the podcast comes out on the new and the full moons. Isn't that crazy? I think that's cool. It's perfectly fitting for what I offer. I do ceremonies on the channel as well. So any of that stuff, check out the links in the description of this video to find out more information. Let's get back to the reading. So 3 of Cups. Look how beautiful this card is. Basically, I love these cards. This is the Moonchild Tarot, if anybody's curious. 3 of Cups is a card of celebration. It's a beautiful energy. You can see the 3 women here are very beautifully connected. I feel community here. This beautiful scenery, the ocean, the water. This is actually, Mars square Pluto is the transit that we're going to talk about, and that's actually a really gnarly transit. But the truth is that right now, if you're a light worker, starseed, and you're connecting to the powerful energies that are like lifting you up, you are going to have amazing positive experience of this entire transit of the world in general, because it really is about where you're at vibrationally that affects how you perceive the world. Perception is everything. And yes, things are tough and things are difficult, but I'm feeling this like positive vibe coming through that wants to say, hey, like stay connected, stay in that positive vibe, stay in that positive space, feel the amazingness that comes with all this stuff. 4 of Wands is the next card that we get, and the 4 of Wands is Also a card of celebration. It's actually a card of marriage, believe it or not. In, you know, in relationship readings, we see this card. It's like, y'all might be getting married. I'm just kidding. But basically, this card is like also a card of celebration. It's like a card of union. It's a card of coming together. It's like the energies are here for us to really celebrate. However, that is also the card that is the challenge card. So the Four of Wands being our challenge card is the challenge is to, right, stay in that positive place. The challenge is to remain aware of what's going on. The challenge is to stay connected with people, because we're literally, so union is the challenge, union coming together with people. And why is that a challenge? Well, that's a challenge because we right now are very split. There's like a split in the collective. There's a split. People are going this way. People are going that way. No one really knows what is actually going on. And so that staying connected is becoming a little bit difficult for us. Now, the overall theme of the week is the universe. This is really beautiful. So what I get from this card is like everything that's going on right now is multidimensional. It's universal. It actually means that there's more than meets the eye going on right here for us. And it's like divinely orchestrated. I think we know that intuitively, but when we look around and we see all the chaos and the confusion and the riots and the protesting and all that stuff, it just gets a little bit freaky, and we forget to trust. But we have to trust, because the wisdom from the ancestors is the Chariot card. And the Chariot card is like, hello, if you don't get on the ride, your ride is here to take you to the most amazing places, to the most amazing like universe, the most amazing things that you can imagine in your life, but you got to get on the ride in order to get to where you want to go. Otherwise, you just will not make it. You'll get stuck. And that stuck feeling is like the worst. Our animal for the week is the camel. And the reason I like the camel is, one, because it reminds us of Egypt and the pyramids of Giza, and we just had the Lion's Gate. So this is like very Egyptian energy. The camel, however, is resourceful because it can actually take in water and hold it in and like use it as it needs it. And so this is about like collecting the life force energy from the moon or the sun or whatever is, coming, into our reality. This is about collecting that energy and making it so that we can hang in there when things get tough. And the water element is about the emotions. It's about connecting to the emotions. So we have a week where we have this crazy transit going on, but then we also have this message that's really beautiful. That's like the universe is orchestrating this beautiful thing, but it's time to move, to continue moving forward, like to not get stuck, to get on that ride and to move forward. So we're going to switch now to talk about the major astrological transit, and I'm going to pull some cards for all of the zodiac signs. All right, let's get to the threads of fate cards and talk about this Mars square Pluto. It's going to be happening on Tuesday, so tomorrow. Mars is in Aries, Pluto is in Capricorn. This is the square of the century. I'm just kidding. But it's going to be happening 3 times in Pluto for the next 6+ months, which means we are going to be very intensely affected, prolonged by this transit. It's going to feel like things will get a little bit worse before they get better. That's just the hard, cold truth about what's going on. That's why we have to stay in that high vibe. But this transit, which I'll go over, where it's happening in your chart, is also going to be followed by the Mars square Saturn, which is closer to the end of the month. We'll be talking about that later. But this is a tension, this is stress, this is war-like energies. There's many astrologers talking about how there's the possibility of some kind of war. And some people are talking that like war is already here, but in a different way than we normally would think war is. There's some kind of war right now being fought. That's like the truth. And it's different. It's like there's an illusion about that. We don't think it's a war, but it's actually a war. That kind of thing. It's like these weird hidden things, very hidden. Pluto is hidden stuff. Mars wants to bring it to light. Mars wants to fight. Mars wants to defend itself. Mars wants to be the hero. Mars wants to rescue everybody. This is David and Goliath. And so we'll find out what happens. But in your life, you might see things start to fall apart. You may see a lot of tension, like people losing it, like screaming at each other, yelling at each other, car crashes, like bombs, like that kind of stuff is what's actually coming up. And it's crazy and it's not fun. And it's not a fun thing to talk about as an astrologer, but the truth is that it's here and we need to just be aware of what's coming this week. People are going to be like seriously losing it. Uranus is also going to go retrograde this week in Taurus, which is going to bring some unexpected things into your life. And so, give me 1 second. I just want to finish this. Where is it done? Okay, cut it. Okay, right there. All right, so one sign at a time. Starting with Aries. This transit is happening. Mars is transiting your first house of the self, and Capricorn is in your 4th house, or not your 4th house. Capricorn is in your 10th house. It's actually on the opposite of the 4th house. But Capricorn, Pluto is in your 10th house of career. So this is the battle between your identity and your career path, who you are and how you show up in the world and how you want to show up in the world. Right now is a really good time for you to set some healthy boundaries between you and like career, in terms of like, are you doing the things that you love? And if there's something that you don't love, there has to be some kind of a compromise. And the only way, because Pluto is taking this deep dive and sort of changing your whole career path and making it like, so whatever you thought once was is not anymore. But this Mars transit is like, no, I want to be me. I want to discover who I am and then move forward. So you got to set those healthy boundaries so that you can be protected through this crazy wild ride. That's Aries, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Okay, Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Aries is transiting your 12th house of the subconscious mind, the mystical, the divine, the things that are beyond seeing here in the physical time-space reality. Pluto is in your 9th house of spirituality. So the battle is between your faith, your spirituality is being tested right now. Things are crumbling down so that they can be rebuilt in that area of your life. Then there's this square to your 12th house of like destiny. I mean, not destiny, but 12th house of like the divine essence, the unknown, the mystery. So hidden things are coming up for you right now. It's important for you to continue to seek for the answers, because they are found in the mystery of the 12th house, but you gotta find them. That's what you need to focus on for this week. Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Mars is transiting your 11th house of friends and sharing your gifts with the world, while Pluto is in your 8th house, like creating major shift, major transformation, major changes, major symbolic deaths, maybe even actual deaths in your life that you're experiencing, because this change and transformation is the pressure and the change that actually helps to create the diamond, that beautiful diamond shape. And so as you transform, as Pluto is transforming you in your life, you are learning to shine out into the world like the diamond that you are in the 11th house where Mars is. So you need to reclaim your power, Gemini. Reclaim your power. Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Mars is transiting your 10th house of career, while Pluto is destroying your relationships in the 7th house. Pluto is reconfiguring your life in terms of relationships. And this is close relationships, also business relationships, but relationships at home, romantic, partners, things like that, all kinds of relationships. You and people. That's the world that's completely changing. And then you're trying to find yourself in your 10th house. So there's a battle between the two. How is that playing out for you in your life? You get the void. So there's this energy of like, okay, we are entering this world of the unknown. Pluto is a void, and you may not know what's coming next. You may not, you might just see, like, you might feel like you're in your power right now. You might also feel like you're not. You might feel like things are just falling apart and you don't understand them. That's okay, because what comes out of the void is this very powerful energy that allows you to be like amazing and discover amazing things. Leo, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Aries, Mars in Aries is transiting your 9th house of spirituality, looking for itself in spirituality and faith, while Pluto is completely transforming and breaking down your daily schedule, the way that you're used to doing things in your life, work, being in the present moment. It's forcing you to be in the present moment because of all the change that it's causing into your life. You may have lost your job, you may be unemployed. All those things related to work and daily schedule are just completely falling apart. But what that's doing is opening up this door for you to explore your spirituality with Mars in the 9th house. But you're going to feel that tension between those two areas in your life very strongly. You get curious, and you see that beautiful, hawk or eagle on the card. That's really beautiful. Get curious about life. Exactly, because Mars in the 9th house, like, get curious about your faith. Like, what do you believe in? Who do you believe in? Just kidding. Kidding, not kidding. Okay, so that's what's going on there for you guys, Leo. Virgo, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Aries, Mars in Aries is transiting your 8th house of death, change, and transformation, while Pluto is in your 5th house of creativity. Your creative side is going through the wrencher. You may not know what you want to create. You may feel like your creativity is dead, literally dead. But there's something that's going to come alive from this situation. And it's a very transformative energy. It's something that's going to happen that is going to make you, like, your creativity just like wake up. Like, all of a sudden it's going to be like, whoa. But it's not just creativity. This is romantic relationships. This is children. This is the house of children too. This is also just passion, ruled by that Leo energy. And the card that you get is, I love it. Get wild, baby. Get wild, Virgo. Let her loose. Let her loose. I think you're gonna learn to have more fun through these crazy transits, although they might feel like crazy at first, then better. Libra, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Mars in Aries is transiting your 7th house of relationships. So there's activation there. And Pluto is in your 4th house. So Pluto is like destroying what you thought home was for you. And you're like trying to defend yourself, trying to defend, relationships, what feels good for you in relationships. You want to be the hero, but changes need to happen. And that's something that you're not controlling. You don't have control over right now. So let it crumble. Let it crumble. And let yourself play. Look at these dolphins. Dolphins are really beautiful too because they bring a lot of healing energy. They are playful, they're beautiful, they're intuitive, they have a sixth sense, they're really smart, they're highly intelligent. Let yourself play a little bit. Try not to take this time so serious. Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Mars in Aries is transiting your 6th house of work and being in the present moment, while Pluto is completely transforming and changing the way that you communicate. You have been going through a lot of changes this year in terms of your 3rd house, because you've got that Saturn, Pluto, Jupiter conjunction right there, and the Saturn, Pluto conjunction, and the Pluto, Jupiter conjunction. All those things are like, this is 3rd house. This is how you communicate. This is your thoughts too. This is like your thought patterns, how you think, how you move forward in the world, depending on your thoughts. It's also a part of manifesting. This is a Mercury ruled energy. But it is changing. You are transforming, and maybe you're finding your voice, which is really cool. And then you're able to channel that energy through the 6th house of work and being in the present moment. But there's a battle. There's a battle here, like communication with, like, am I here? Am I present? Am I listening? What is the issue that needs to be resolved right here? The Sovereign. This is also a card to take your power back, Scorpio. Becoming, stronger because you are finding your voice. Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Mars in Aries is transiting your 5th house of creativity and passion, while Pluto is in your 2nd house of finances and values. So there's a transformation happening in the way that you bring money into your world, into your life. That's changing. You are also changing your values. What is important to you is completely transforming. And so there's this battle between what you want to create in your life versus what Pluto is saying. These things are no longer available. These things have to die and they have to move away. And now we have to move into this other energy or this other aspect of creativity. And so you may want to do things a certain way, but Pluto's like, we got to do it this way. This is the way that it's going to work. This is how you're going to manifest. Nature. Ooh, I like that, because the 2nd house is actually connected to Taurus. The energy of Taurus is naturally ruled by Taurus, and Taurus is the Empress, and it's the earth, and it's that grounding energy. So find some kind of grounding in your life that will help you a lot this week. Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Mars in Aries is transiting your 4th house of the home, and of course Pluto is transiting your 1st house. So you're going through a major self-transformation, and also finding that at home there's a lot of things that are just they're in conflict with that, because you're finding your new self, and then at home people are like, where'd you go? What's going on? Why are you changing? Why are things changing? And so it creates this sort of tension, and you'll have to figure out how to find that balance. Sacred sexuality. I love this card. But the sacred sexuality card is like, this is like connecting intuitively with the universe. It's a really beautiful book called Spiritual Seductress. It's on Amazon and stuff. But I read this book a while ago, and it was like about flirting with the universe, like flirting with spirits, like being open to like beautiful new experiences, experiencing the sacred side of life, experiencing the sacred side of sexuality. And that is exactly what you need to be focusing on this week, and what will help you when this tension starts to build up. Aquarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Mars in Aries is transiting your 3rd house of communication, while Capricorn is in the 12th. So this is Capricorn, like changing the way that you understand the world of the beyond. This is Pluto, really bringing in some massive unknown mysteries into your life, and you having to process them through the mind. I think you're having a hard time processing right now. And so it's important for you to stay connected to your intuition. Very important for you to connect to your intuition. Whoa, you get the card of the underworld. So you're literally taking this deep dive with Pluto into the underworld. He does rule the underworld. So that's intense this week. It's going to feel a little bit crazy. But remember, your power lies in your mind. Your power lies in your higher mind and your ability to understand things from that higher perspective. Pisces, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Mars is transiting your 2nd house of finances and values. And Pluto is transiting your 11th of friends and sharing your gifts with the world. So what does this mean? Well, this means that Pluto is like, you thought you were going to, be a certain way towards the world, or show up into the world in a certain way, and that's not what's happening. It's completely different, because you're needing to focus right now on making money. Like, you're needing to focus right now on getting situated, on knowing what it is that you value. And so you're going through this transformation, and at the same time you're feeling this tension between those two things. It's like, do I focus on my gifts and sharing my gifts with the world, or do I focus on making money? But you can actually make it so that you're doing both things at the same time. And I think that's where you find the balance here. Compassion. I love this for you, Pisces. Pisces is all about compassion. Pisces is about activating the heart. So this week, as this transit unfolds and you see these crazy things start to happen in your life, find compassion for yourself, and you are going to just feel totally different. All right, you guys, I hope that this video entertained you, but it also gave you some really awesome information. Please leave a comment below. Let me know how it resonated. And if you want to check out all of the other stuff that's happening, check out the description, all the links in the description of this video. If you want to book a reading with me, go to my website, channelforgrace.guru, sign up for my email list, get your free moon astrology guide, and also follow me on Instagram. I do lives on Instagram as well, and it is Channel for Grace on Instagram. Satnam, you guys. I'll see you next time.